Scott Manley. I've been in marketing for sales for about almost 20 years. Today I'm going to go through and show you how easy it is for you to develop content using generative AI to improve your products, your product marketing, improve your responses to, say, analyst reports or content using content that you already have, that you already procure, or that is readily available on the internet, such as YouTube. I'm not going to go into depth at this one. However, I will do follow-ups. But I really wanted to showcase how I think people sometimes think that AI is going to put you out of a job, which it may. A lot of times it will, and it is changing the world. It's in a lot of products and will be in most products that we use every day. However, I just want to showcase how this can be used in a manner so that when you are creating content for marketing or for analysts or for influencers, whatever it may be, when you're rolling out a product, how easily you can use available tools that are often very, very, very cost effective to enhance the way you write, the way you develop plans. This should fast track a lot of what you do. Two, it can multiply force whatever you're doing by mitigating some of the repetitive work that you do in your daily life as a marketer or salesperson, and it enables you to do more. So if you're a manager of people or planner, then this would allow you then to maximize your efficiencies of scale using these tools. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is a high-level demonstration on how we can use AI and use it in a manner that will allow you to foster innovation faster, focus on solving valuable problems, and create better, stronger value propositions. If you're in analyst relations, if you're in product marketing, if you're in marketing, often building that value proposition so that is compelling to users it's tough, and as well as the value proposition may change just because of the market. Things change really fast, and I've been stressing for many years that corporations many organizations tend to rely on not optimized methods to share information. And whether you're dealing with external customers, doing customer surveys, or internally, a lot of times information is shared in mediums that are really hard to manage. PowerPoints, for example. The PowerPoint sharing information, I think a lot of times as a marketer or somebody that's been in the industry for a long time, I have hundreds, if not thousands of PowerPoints stored somewhere, right? And there's really good information in them that we can use, as well as videos. We use and get a lot of videos from, if you're in analyst relations, if your goal is to improve your scores, your responses, your inclusion into over the top, selling more things. Most of the time, the industry tells you what they want. Customers tells you what they want. But there's so much information overload that it makes it really hard for that individual that has maybe 4, 5, 6 products to really be able to effectively do that. And sometimes you do it really well, but iterate over it, right? So here I'm just going to give you that high level and go through a few tools that I use to create things really fast and be very effective, which have proven to be effective at creating more precise and more to the point. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is find a video Doesn't matter what it is. I just picked one. Just say I want to build a go-to-market strategy, which is something that if you're in marketing or sales, even sales, that you're going to be doing uh, all the time. Pick your strategy, your format. It doesn't really matter. There's many out there. I personally have been trained in dozens of different programs. So the program itself doesn't really matter. What does matter is that the concepts are up to date. So here I have a video, which I thought was good. It's about a 9-minute video or 11-minute video of how to build a product marketing strategy. It goes step by step. Okay. I'm going to watch this video, and normally I would take notes and then I would stash it away or I would do something with it. However, I'm going to show you how to take the video, take the content, and then use it pretty much immediately. You can do this with any kind of content. It doesn't have to be a video. It could be a PowerPoint, PDF, but the concept really maintains the same. And because it's me, I try to do things quick. I'm going to show you how I do it in command line. I'm using Linux, but you may be using something else. You may create your own GUI. You may buy products. There's a lot of tools out there, but the concept remains the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the URL. I'm going to use a tool that I've installed, readily available, which I'll link, and allows you to extract the transcript directly from the Google API or the YouTube API. And so I will copy the video URL. And then I will open up my other tool. Okay, so we've got a content that we want to take and dissect using AI. I'm going to be using a tool for YouTube, which is open source, available, and you can download it from GitHub. And I'm using Windows Subsystem Linux. You can do this on Linux. Like I said, there's many tools out there that will allow you to do this, GUIs and so forth, right? I sometimes like to use command prompt. So what we do is we want to type in YouTube, get the transcript. I'm going to paste the YouTube video. If I want to, I can also download or pipe that into a file. I can do just call it transcript.txt. Okay. And using this tool, I can quickly take the transcript and get it directly from Google. Now, this is not perfect, but it will do. AI will, as I'll show you, does a really good job of parsing this. I can either copy and paste, good old way. So now what I want to do is create an outline of whatever I want to do, right? So let's just pretend that I'm doing an analyst relations briefing for product marketing, go-to-market strategy. I want to use the latest methodology that I love that I found on YouTube. Whether you're creating new products or a startup or an existing company, and it's pretty disruptive. Think of this also that you don't have to use YouTube video. You could actually use a PDF or PowerPoint, right? There's many different ways to parse this, but let's go into ChatGPT. And here, you can use whatever you want. I also use Claude. There's also Perplexity, Gemini, Google. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Pick your large language model tool of your choice. Most of them will have this sort of capability. In addition, I highly recommend that if you do something like this all the time, that you create yourself a helper. And what I mean by that is if you're your analyst relations and you're creating briefing decks for analysts or influencers um, all the time, and you know certain things I should and should not do all the time, then you create yourself an agent, a helper that you can create for yourself that will allow you to have that over and over and over and over and parse things for you in the same manner. Because I've been doing this for a long time, created myself agents, and agents, and this is probably a separate video, but in ChatGPT, I am telling it, if you're familiar with the idea of prompt engineering, that this is how you should think. This is how I like to see the output. This is the items that I'm going to require you to tell me and do for me. If you think about AI as being very, really smart, but also really, really stupid, in that if it will stumble upon itself if you don't give it very specific instructions, which often they refer to as hallucinations. It is better to give it definitions of how, step by step, of how to think, and tell it exactly how you want that output to be, right? Don't give me warnings. Don't give me funny symbols. Don't repeat yourself. Don't start items with same opening words. Do not deviate from the original topic. There's a lot of things you can do. But again, I won't go super deep into that. But for the purpose of this demonstration, let's assume that I've created an agent that just outputs things in the manner that I like it. Okay. You can name it whatever you want, and you can make it private. You can share it with other people. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste the content that I've taken from YouTube. Copy paste. And I'm going to paste it in here. And what my tool is going to do is basically give me a summary of everything, all the ideas that came out of that video, which was 11 minutes. Imagine that it would take me less than a minute to do this normally, right? But doing it for me now. And once it's done, then I'm going to show you how to take this content and parse it into a manner that's usable. Okay, so it's almost done, and I want to take this content. So again, common problem for many of us that are in this industry or the practice of creating content, sales, marketing, is that defining problems, gauging users, and refining their understanding of the problem, and ensuring that whatever solution you're creating addresses critical needs that are at the top of their stack, not necessarily aspirational needs of the product creator, but the user, is pretty tough. And content changes, content being the point of view of your customer changes based on many, many different factors. So testing, clearly something that we do a lot in marketing and sales. But I've taken the content, I put it into my helper, my agent, my GPT, whatever you want to call it, and I told it very, very specifically how to define what I put in and give me the specific outcome that I want, the way that I want to see it. So I have it here. I've got all the ideas that were on this video, all the quotes, all the habits, all the facts and references and recommendations. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it help me create a go-to-market plan using this content for my product. Okay. I could do whatever I want. I could do an analyst relations deck. I could, whatever it is, it's endless, but I'm just going to do a go-to-market plan using this for my product. And let's just say, which is a cybersecurity solution for telecoms. Yeah. Okay, so I've made up a fictional product, cybersecurity product, which I'm going to sell to telecoms. Haven't been in telecom for a very long time. And using this content that I've taken from YouTube in a few minutes, it is creating a go-to-market plan using all the different steps and filling steps with some placeholder, and it's giving me some recommendations. I can keep iterating. I can actually go in and take any part of this and have it give me more or really dive into a particular area as much as I want to. Everything from paid advertising to partnerships, additional recommendations, etc. Let's pretend I've done that. I'm done. Okay. I want to now take this into PowerPoint so I can share it with my friends and family. Then I can easily go in and just tell it, give me a PowerPoint outline of this content, please. And I've asked it to give me a PowerPoint outline for this content. Well, it's going to create that PowerPoint outline. And in a few minutes, I've got a full-blown PowerPoint skeleton based on the framework that I've chosen that's publicly available on the internet. That's powerful. In my previous life, in the decade or so that I've been doing this, many, many hours were spent creating the baseline, the frameworks. And often the frameworks at times were outdated just because legacy large organizations been around for a long time carry forward the same practices, which made today seem somewhat outdated. And the content itself could be outdated. Well, here, as you can see, within a few minutes, you can go find something and redefine your output. Okay. Now I'm ready to create my masterful slide, my go-to-market plan. And I copied what I've created. I've gone into my outline view and I can copy and paste. And with a few clicks here and there, I can go ahead and create myself a new market plan with all the content that is up to date, that I've refined, and it's ready for sharing. Again, as you can see, this is very, very backwards with a lot of traditional teams. They will ideate using the presentation method first, PowerPoint, in my view, PowerPoints should be the delivery method, the sharing method for presentation, not necessarily information sharing. For long-term storage of information, there's other methods, and I'll go into probably some of those details in later videos, but this hopefully shows you that within a few minutes, you can turbocharge your marketing sales plans, whether you're a product marketing manager, whether you're an analyst relations team member, influence relations, if you're communicating with others, having the ability to take the world's knowledge really, really quickly, whether it's available on YouTube, whether you procure it from analyst relations teams, whatever it is, customer surveys, you can analyze it and use it in really effective marketing stories, because that's bottom line is we're all telling stories as humans to other humans, and you hope that those stories stick, and they stick as highest in their value chain as you can effectively. And really, to me, the best way to do that is to make sure that your processes and is up to date. So hopefully this helps. If it does, let me know. Visit my website, www.scottmanley.app. And is there anything else you need? Please let me know on LinkedIn. Good day.